Oh, sorry, guys. All
Little
right.
too close
Great.
there, huh?
Welcome to Awkward Channeling, where we are just going to mess things up left and right. But it's okay
Hey,
because we're
everybody.
just humans. So I'm sorry. So whoever sees that beginning, we had to upload our little video a different way because
Right.
I don't pay for the StreamYard thing, and it's a long story. But so anyway, maybe it'll be smoother next time. Good morning,
We'll
happy
figure it
Friday.
out.
Good afternoon, happy Friday. Welcome to Awkward Channeling with Shauna and
Joelle from
Joelle.
Grandma. Oh, Celestial Whispers. Yeah. It has been a week. I'm sorry. It is. It's been a week. And it's been a day.
And it is her wedding anniversary, so happy
Yeah.
anniversary to
Thank
her.
you.
Oh my goodness. So I don't know. I've been in just weird energy. I literally sat and did nothing all day yesterday, and I really
Yeah.
had things I needed to do. So if y'all are having a issue of any type where you feel like things are just weird, I know we don't have anybody visiting at the moment, but
No.
if energy feels weird, you're not alone. Not alone.
No.
Today, we were going to talk about ways to put up protection and how to clear your space. And I think we should talk about how to clear yourself too. So I added that.
Right.
Why not cover all of the
Lord
bases?
Jesus.
I know one of the first things that we learn, I think, when we really start to kind of get into some of the energy work and spiritual aspects is that there are, just like anything else, there's good and bad energies out there. Um, some, you know, lower or negative energies can bother us. Sometimes our energy is just altered by, visiting with other people or going into a store with 2,500 people.
Yeah.
Everything is energy. And I think this is one of the basics that I think, we need to understand too is everything is energy. So whatever you interact with could be altering your energy.
Right.
So not only do we suggest some form of protection, I hate to look at it like protection. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like if we're looking at like it's protection and I don't want to get attacked by something, then we're inviting an attack, right? So
Right.
what we're doing is we're putting up something that's going to just keep our energy clear of others' energy,
Right.
right? We don't have to think of it like, oh, I need to protect myself against something.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. We hold the intention that it's just going to keep, our energy as clear as possible of
Right.
anybody else's or anything else. You get more ringing? She's got some ringing.
Wow.
I'm
Going
like, dude, if it's the
strong.
angels, they don't ring my ears anymore. I'm just used to them.
Oh no, but it's like the third time since in the last 30 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, it keeps happening. It's so funny. So, I don't know. We don't have any idea how we were even starting this, but clearly they want to talk. I wonder if we should go ahead and channel your blue avian,
Yeah. Zoom zoom.
Zoom Zoom.
Yeah.
Let's
He
start with a
showed up
channel.
in a session with Rachel and I forget because I'm me.
It's
I
all right.
forget. But he will come in and clear the lower energies that like to mess with me. So I channeled him once, but I need to do it again. So I think that's why he keeps ringing my ears. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, "Hello, hello, it's my turn. Why are you guys jabbering?" And I'm like, "You're right. Let's just channel. Let's just get
Okay.
right to it and see what they have to say, and then we'll tell you what we do."
So give me
So,
just a second because I am out of whack today. I don't know if it's the freaking retrograde or what is going on, but yeah,
oh, so much.
no. Hello, yes, I am Susu. I am what you call a blue avian, and I do come in when this one remembers to call to clear out the negatives around her. And there are so many places, like you said, going into stores and in public, but also online. There are many negative things attached with the internet and the television shows that you watch, movies, music. So it's not just when you're out in public. You can just call on your spiritual team to come in and clear them and any minor attachments that may have clinged to you. You don't always have to have this big ceremony, if you will, like these two like to keep it simple. That is all that is needed most of the time. But if it's something big, then you probably will need some help. But yes, just call on your guides, your angels, your spiritual team. You do not even have to know them by name. Just call in. Who can clear this? Please come in and clear my energy, clear my field. Put a shield around me if you're going out as well to keep them from attaching to you. And you can even do it if you forget before you leave. You can step into another room, a bathroom by yourself, and ask them to come in and clear your space and put up like a force field, if you will, around you. And they will help. It doesn't have to be difficult at all. And just know that we are always around you. So when you call, we are there. Even times before you finish asking, we are doing. So just know that you are always protected. And we can come in and clear most of the things that come around. And when you're feeling down and drawn out and tired, sick even, these things can cause so many different feelings for you. And we can come in all the time. Many of you have your doubts, but just try it and you will see a difference. Thank you for finally calling me in and
Thank
allowing me
you.
to be here.
Thank you for helping us.
Thank you. Oh, he getting on to me, huh? Finally,
He's
I
like, "Thank
remember.
you for
I will
finally
remember.
realizing it's me."
I'm
I
sorry.
have to say, I am probably one of the most oblivious spiritual people that you
Right.
will ever meet. I sometimes it's like you have to knock me over the head with a board before I realize, "Oh,
Oh.
like, who's here?" Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
that's Christine. I saw butterflies behind you glow up. Oh, how cool.
That
Yeah,
is cool.
very
Wow.
cool.
I'll have to rewatch it and see.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
She's got pretty good vision.
Yeah.
Um, good point about the internet. I would
Yeah.
say that I suggest always, always, always having a
Yeah.
bubble of light, a
Something.
filter. I use filters. I like filters, but a
Yeah.
bubble of light, a filter of light around each and every single screen that you
Right.
own. You watching a TV show? Put up
Mhm.
some protection. And girl, let me tell you, I mean, I watch some of weird stuff. So I watched like some of the horror stuff and the
I was gonna say
ghost
I'm a horror
stories,
fanatic. I got crap
like
all over my room still.
the criminal stuff. Like, I mean, I watch all of that stuff. But I'll tell you what, I put up extra protection if it's something something about evilness. Like if it's something
Right.
about, like the show Evil. I
Right.
love that show. I'll put up some extra protection. I don't want anything coming through. The
Yeah.
thing is one of the things that we don't realize as humans, and even before you feel like you're any kind of a spiritual practitioner or that you know anything, is that when you're watching something, first off, things can come through very
Right.
easily. Secondly, you're like curious about something and you know what you're doing? Tuning right in energetically to whatever that is.
Right.
That means, girl, you just connected to whatever that is. It could be good, could be bad. So we have to realize that we
Oh, yeah.
need blocks, filters, things like that, because our humanness is curious. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
send my energy places all the time that I'm like, oh God, I did that without protection. That was dumb. But it's not a big deal because we just clear it.
Right.
But any form
Oh,
of
yeah.
anything you're doing, you on YouTube looking at meditations or music, put up a protection
See,
because you
me, I
don't
have
know
my
what's attached
guides. I'm like, "Y'all let
to
me
life.
know which ones are good, because there's so many
So do
out
I, but
there
there's so
that
many
aren't
people I know that don't have that kind of
right,
connection, that they haven't figured out how to get that connection,
right,
and if you have not, so you still put a protection. If you
right.
can't get from your guides, you know, that you know, just put something up. And it's about your intention. It's about imagining,
Yeah,
a bubble of light that's going to with the intention that nothing comes through. Nothing comes through from me to it, and nothing comes through from it to me. I just get to enjoy whatever it is I'm doing. And I just told
it
my
is that
recent
simple
client,
too. Yeah,
yeah, and I just told my client, because she's not super discernment yet,
yeah,
I'm like, there's something in the meditation that you're watching every day.
really.
There's a little something. It's not
Yeah,
horrible. Put up protection. If you really like that meditation, put up some protection
right,
or a filter to keep whatever isn't for you from coming through. You
yeah,
know, do that. I tend to tell people just look for something a little clearer. But
yeah,
there's so many that don't trust their discernment or don't have
right.
it enough yet, and they're looking for assistance with the music and stuff that's on the internet.
Music's
And
hard.
some of it's really bad, guys. Some of
Yeah.
it is like, "Oh, Lord, don't be doing that." And
Mhm.
some of it's great. So if you just put something up, it's really helpful. I'm
Yeah.
glad you pointed that out. We would have gotten to it, but
Right, yeah, because I like to bring in
everything.
angel fire shields and, like, I'll do it for the entire family
Oh, yeah.
every morning, it's like,
Everything
put
in the
in, like,
house.
any screens, any music, that we're gonna use today and tonight, just keep them all clear, Yeah,
Yeah, they do sometimes have bad tones and bad energy. Like, you don't know who made that.
right?
You have no idea what's attached to that.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing
and
is it could be a perfectly nice person and have something attached to him that
right,
they don't know about,
right,
right? Like, you just don't know. So, it's just and it's not about I hate talking about these subjects sometimes because I feel like we're just spreading fear, but it's not about being afraid of it. It's just about knowing that everything's energy
right.
and some of it's good, some of it's not so good. And whatever we come in contact with alters our energy field anyway.
Yeah,
So if you put up something to filter out anything that may interfere with my natural energy state,
right,
then you're good.
yeah,
You don't
and
have
it's
to be like,
and it's
oh
not
gosh.
like, "Oh my god, you're gonna get possessed or anything,"
No,
like he said, it can make you draw like, just dog tired, feeling a little sick, stuff like
no
that.
motivation,
Yeah,
moody. If I
yeah,
have something around bugging me that I'm not paying any attention to, I get moody.
yeah,
I can't be nice. Easily triggered, where you're not
yeah,
normally, those kinds of things, those are signs that
yeah,
there's some weird energy around that's, affecting how you're feeling. And it's they're tricky sometimes and subtle. So you don't really realize it and it comes in slowly.
mhm,
So, if we just go through and put up stuff to keep
right,
anything from coming in, then we stay clearer longer. Now,
yeah,
that doesn't mean it's always going to work because there are times that we need a lesson.
right,
We need a
yes,
lesson with some negative energy or something. So when that happens, and if you can't clear it yourself, which we'll give you a few ways to do that, but if
yeah,
you can't move through it yourself, you don't want to wait too long. You want to find a practitioner who can help you. Find someone you trust, someone that someone else has used. Both of us offer it.
right,
Like, we can do a clearing without an issue, of really anything. So, um, let's talk about ways
yeah,
to clear. Now, he said you're welcome to keep it simple, or you're welcome to make it a big deal.
right, and me and Shauna both, we're like the queens of simple, I
Yeah.
like you, I call in Archangel Michael or just my team, I don't always call by name. Like, "Hey, can y'all come in and clear this off of me?" Whatever, I don't even know what it is, but something's affecting me. Can
Yeah.
y'all clear it? And
Yeah. Clear
they
anything that doesn't
will.
belong.
And right.
Mhm. And if it doesn't go away, that means you gotta listen. Something's going on, you need to know why. But yeah, I'm really, I mean, anybody who knows me at all knows I just cannot do complicated. I just can't,
Right.
So I tend to like if I'm
No.
the most complicated I get is I'll call Archangel Michael and I'll ask him, I'll say, Archangel Michael, please come clear any and all lower or negative energies, anything that doesn't belong to me, taking it into the light to be healed.
Right.
Thank you. It's done. It's done before we're
Right.
done talking. Like you said.
Yeah,
It's
like you
it's that
said,
hard.
it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. And I have times where something comes right back and I'm like,
yeah.
that just means I have to figure out why is it
Yeah,
here? What have I gotten myself? What thought process is happening? What emotion is that? What's going on that they're
right.
trying to draw my attention to? Because there's reasons for all that to happen
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
even there I have on, if I have time, the Tibetan bowls on
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
There's like a video I watch, and I'll turn every TV on as loud as I can, and it just you can feel stuff
Yeah.
just lighten up, and I just love laying there listening to them too, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's really helpful,
Yeah.
because I'm like we were talking before, we're neither one of us are a fan of the sage or because it's just I don't know. I have asthma, I don't use it a lot, and
Yeah. My daughter freaks out if I light
yeah.
something.
I mean, and if I do God, there goes
I
the
do.
ear ringing again.
I
I
mean,
don't have
I
to
have
ring
a
it.
pop
I'll use
across
like a
here.
little bitty twig. I don't use the whole bundle,
Oh, yeah, no.
because
Yeah,
you don't need all that.
no.
It's
No, you really
no,
don't.
no.
Um, okay, so hold on.
Ooh,
So Michael, you wanna talk
and
now? I think Michael wants to talk.
oh, okay. And if you have Reiki, you can just Reiki ball
Yeah,
clear.
I call in white flame.
Right.
White flame is transmuting energy. Violet flame, transmuting energy. I whack that stuff through my house. As a matter of fact, the wall that we share with a neighbor, it 5 feet on either side, violet flame
Yeah,
and white flame both. Nothing comes through. I don't
right,
want our stuff to go to her, and I don't want her stuff coming to me. Like, you know, and that's the kind of things that we do.
right.
I feel like, understanding that we can also place a big ball of energy around our home. I tend to bring down like a crystalline dome,
Yeah,
and then once I feel like it's landed around the home and property, then I ask it to duplicate underneath. So we have a full
yeah,
sphere of, energy, and the intention is that it just keeps out anything that doesn't belong to me. Poor Joelle. She was sick recently. I gotta call you out. I mean, it's just fun.
I know.
So let's see. I think Michael has.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot of energy movement. So let's see if I can pull in Michael. But yawning is a clear indication. Okay. Let's see. Where's my vibration? I am here. Give me a moment. Yes. Yes, I am here. I am Archangel Michael, as you refer to me. This one uses me often for clearing, has always used me often for clearing, and I am absolutely happy to come forth and do what is asked of me. One of the most important factors of that is that you have to ask. You cannot assume. You cannot just think we're going to do it because we need your permission. It is
Right,
really, really imperative that you ask us for assistance. And as has already been said here, you do not have to know who you're calling on. You can call on your guides and angels, your protecting guides. You can ask for the most appropriate being to come help you clear your energy field, your home, your office, your car. This one uses energy to clear roads ahead when
Yeah.
she's driving somewhere for a distance. You can surround the car, send the energy ahead of you on the road. She does this. You can open up and bring energy with you everywhere you go. All you have to do is request it. All you have to do is ask for it. You can call in anyone or anything at any time. Your entire team is present with you all the time, even though you aren't always aware they're present. So just ask for assistance and we will come through. And as has already been said, there is nothing to fear. There is a lot of different energy on your planet, some of them bad, as you would term them, some of them good, as you would term them. We don't see them that way. We see it as just energies of different types. So we really want to let you know that there is no reason to fear it. And fear itself is such a low vibration that that allows for the lower vibration energies that are nearby to come in and attach to you. They do this for many reasons. Some of it is that keeps them going. They get stronger. They can borrow energy from you. Well, they can take energy from you, and it helps them to be stronger. Maybe you have a lesson to learn about sitting in fear, about keeping your vibration low. You all struggle with it. This one struggles with it often. She will dip into a lower vibration or a level of depression because of her path and her mm, life experiences that she's still overcoming every day. Those don't go away. You live with them and you overcome them and you heal from them and you learn from them. But there are times that you have an emotional moment and it dips you down vibration wise into a level where if there are lower beings around, they can come interfere. But most of the time, you get this because we want you to understand that you're dipping low, that your thought process may be off track, but you haven't noticed, that you're sitting in worry, but you don't realize it. There are times that your subconscious is kind of running wild with thoughts that you are not paying attention to. So we want you to know that if you're having issues with entity, there is reasons that you're having it. If negative energies are bothering you all the time, you're missing something. Get a session if you cannot figure it out. This one still gets sessions. She calls on Rachel often. She calls on Joelle often because we cannot always get the message through to you, especially if your vibration is low. When I first came in, I asked for a moment because I was raising her vibration because it makes it easier for us to communicate through if your vibration is raised. So she was still dipped a little low, even though she's really a high vibrational being. So understand that your world brings you up and down. And at those moments is when you may pick up something or something may interfere with you. And it's going to be about calling us in to clear it, you understanding in some way why. So we would like you to just automatically look at your thoughts. What are you worrying about? What are you desperate about? What are you not handing over to the universe and trusting us to handle? What are you ruminating about? Those are the things that you need to say, hey, I can't keep doing this. I'm going to hand it over to my team. And this one will tell you that she does this often and she does it 95,000 times a day because when she has an issue, it just keeps coming back. And she literally does continually hand it back because that's how you learn to trust. We will show you if we get enough opportunity that you can trust us. So please know you can call on any of us at any time to clear anything, whether it be in you, your home, or to protect a TV or what have you. It is becoming more important for you to do these. things. And you don't have to view it as protection, but as a way to keep your energy clear. I hope that this is helpful for you all, and I look forward to serving as you wish.
Thank you, Michael.
Woo! Hey, come on.
95,000 times a day, huh?
Oh, yes. They love to call me out on stuff. I do. I'm telling you right now,
That's good,
90%
though. I need to start doing that, though, because I'm horrible at holding on to crap.
I catch it.
Yeah.
Every time I catch it, whoop, nope, handing that over to the universe. I say, okay,
Yeah.
I'm worrying about this. And I tell myself too, hey, you don't have to worry about this.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Everything will work out as it's supposed to. It will be fine. I hand this over to the universe, or I hand this off to the angels. And I usually will, the first few times I do it, not every 959 million times, but you know, the first couple times I do it, I imagine it going away. So I imagine
Yeah.
things or whatever, and that they're just taking care of it. And I just place the outcome with them. I ask for the best possible outcome, and here we are.
Yeah.
And I do. I literally do it 950 million times a day.
That's funny.
They love to call me out on stuff like that, but
I was like, dang, Michael's got jokes, huh?
oh, he's funny. He's funny. He's also he really raised my vibration. I
Right.
am like
On
dying.
fire.
Yeah. I think he was tired of like coming through small.
Yeah.
So he's like, hang on a minute. We're gonna raise her up. I'm gonna really get in there. I have to say, our guides and angels have absolute sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
And they know what we think is funny.
Mhm.
They know.
Like
You know,
Metacom Rudolph got me laughing so hard I couldn't even finish channeling him.
right. That was so funny. Hey, here, Shauna, you take it.
Lord.
I think they like to. They just love to do that, and they know that we work
Well,
so well
laughter raises
together.
your vibration too, so I think that's why they do it a lot too.
I will tell you. So, let's talk about entity issue really quick.
Yeah.
The reason I want to talk about this is because you talked about laughing.
Yeah.
One of the things I realized, like for a long time, I had this energy that I just could not get it to go away. It would leave for a little bit and it would show back up, and I smell them, so it's
Yeah.
not fun. And it was with me for a very long time before I ever figured it out. And one of my friends called and she's like, "Hey, you're having a problem, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, again and still, and it's driving me nuts." She's all, "Just tell it, I see you, and you're not for me." And then I was like, I need to laugh at it.
No.
So I would do that and I would go, and I would just try to make myself laugh.
Right.
And it worked. It worked in a day or two. And this thing had been with me for a long time. It just kept
Yeah.
coming and going and coming and going.
Right.
So, laughing is a really good way
Oh, yeah.
of getting up high enough that they can no longer connect. And it boots them out. But you got to hold the vibration
Yeah.
too, right? Like you have to be like, okay, what brought that in, was probably this, or, I've been really down. So I've let my thoughts get this way, trying to figure out what am I doing to attract it,
Right.
Anyhow, laughing, it works.
Yeah. I would do that with whatever. I don't know what it was, but it was scratching me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
That's
really? And it's like you're, kind of like you're not really anything, okay? And just
yeah.
like you said, kind of laughing at it. And it took it a
Yeah.
little bit though, but it finally just gave up, I guess, because it wasn't.
Yeah.
You're not scaring me. I mean,
Yeah. And one of the things that I realized too, like the
yeah,
first couple people that I talked to about this issue, they were telling me, "Oh, you have to fight it off. You have to fight with it. You have
right,
to destroy it." And I'm like, "Well, first off, you can't destroy energy.
right,
I can heal it. I mean, you can transmute it, but you can't really destroy it."
right.
So what I found was as I connected with it in order to fight with it, it allowed it to be stronger. And it
Yeah,
just wasn't, it just didn't work. And I was like, okay, back in the day, yes, I used to do that, but I
right.
don't do that anymore. Now we want to shower with love, right?
I think
We
that's what my
wanted
channel was about yesterday too.
was I haven't seen it. I did see there was a video, but I haven't seen it. Um,
I know somebody I brought through talked about that, how stop fighting, bring through the
right.
love, and because everything wants to return to source.
Yeah, and even Rachel will say, "Just give it love.
Yeah,
Just love it." There have been times I've been like, "I am so grateful for you. I am
yeah,
so grateful that you're here, and I just love you, and I'm just gonna send you
yeah.
love," and it's gone, like,
And I think so much of that is the TV and movies, because that's all you see them do is, "I'm gonna cast you out," with the
oh,
anger and
yeah,
all of that, and
and
that's
that
what
can
people think
work,
they need to do. I mean, yeah, it does, but I mean,
but then you've
it's
lowered
not.
your if you're angry,
Yeah,
you're lowering your vibration, you're not just
right.
using your power, you're
Yeah, and they'll
lowering.
come back. They're not, you know, like you
Yeah,
said, gone, and they will
yeah,
come back eventually in one way or another, and or go to somebody else,
mhm, yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
There have been times over the years that and I've noticed that a lot of this has changed.
Yeah,
And from when I first started doing this stuff and first started releasing and removing things, the angels used to come in, surround it with their light, and drag it off. Well, that
right,
doesn't happen anymore. Now we are transmuting, we're taking it into source, we're bringing source light to it.
yeah,
We're not we're just not doing it in the same way.
yeah,
And I just think that with the number of changes that have occurred and how the ascension process is moving for the earth, everything is really changing. And I have found that we've had to really adapt
yes,
quickly to some of these changes and not get stuck in our old ways.
right,
There's a lot of older modalities that aren't working so
right,
well now, right? And it's not because they aren't powerful, but they, you know,
yeah,
they're just different. So when you show up with them, does it raise their vibration or both? Both. So when you share love with them, does it raise their vibration or because the vibration is not the same as theirs, they cannot stay?
right,
The first one would be the vibration is not the same as theirs. But if you're offering it love, I imagine that it's also raising their vibration.
right,
It's healing.
yeah,
Love is healing. Everything is love, right?
yep,
Everything's energy, everything is love. Love solves. It solves. And that's why they say, give it love, shoot love to it. Sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes we're just too human, and I'm sorry, but
yeah.
I can't do it. Then
Well,
I
it
bring
was
it.
one that posted today when you're talking about love, because it was the card I pulled was the heart of source, and it was
Yeah,
talking about the love and bringing everything in, and it was
yeah.
pretty
And
cool.
how source isn't judgment of
Yeah,
any form. Source is
right,
pure love. We were made from source, which is pure love. And we
yeah,
are in different places having different experiences to teach that love, to see who can bring in what level of love can we bring into
right,
this messed up stuff, right?
right,
And getting us to remember that love heals and love solves and all of that, right?
right,
And that's really a big part of it, but it's really hard to do as a human.
right.
They say it's kind of the hardest place to be. I kind of think
Yeah,
it may be the polarity and um, the physical, the
right,
heaviness of the physical form, which they say is changing. We're shifting, but at the same time, like it's not always easy. So there are times that, let's be frank, like I've had an issue, and if I could send it love, that would be great. But I'm annoyed,
right,
and it's lowered my vibe enough that I can't really reach that.
yeah,
And then I have to do something different. And that's why there's many ways to clear something.
right.
The first way is to get your vibration up. But that isn't always easy. And if you have it, I know for me, like I think if I could be oblivious to the fact that it was there, then maybe it would be a little easier. But because I smell them and it smells like car
Yeah,
exhaust most of the time, it,
that
it
would be
frustrates
annoying.
me. Really annoying. I'm sure there's a reason, but it's really annoying. Um, So sometimes it's just, hard. But there's a lot of different energies. Not everything is entity, and not everything is a big deal. You have a few big deal energies that may pop in once in a while, but you've got just like you and I, we have a different energy,
Right.
and once we intermix, it's changing the energy. So sometimes we just need to clear ours. If you think it's just energy that is from interacting with other people, calling all parts of yourself back to you after being run through a filter of violet flame,
Right.
and releasing anything that does not belong to you and sending it back to whoever it rightfully belongs to, will clear a lot of that out of your
Yeah.
energy. And in a few minutes, you can feel much lighter if you're carrying someone else's heaviness.
Right.
So I think I tell people to do it every day. I am guilty. I don't do it every day. But if I start to realize, and I'm realizing that I should have done that yesterday, but I was having a weird day yesterday. I think if you realize that you're kind of in a funk, or things feel really weird and it doesn't feel good weird,
Yeah.
that calling all parts of yourself back to you and sending anything that you're holding for others back to them with love and gratitude is a great way to kind of at least get centered back in your energy field. What do you have to say, Joelle?
Oh,
Wrapping up?
I'm just over here agreeing. Yeah, that's true. Not wanting to interrupt because I interrupt all
Joelle's
the
the talker. Eh. What do you have for advice? I don't even know what we've covered, but
I mean, you pretty much covered everything, really. I mean,
yeah. There's a lot
yeah.
of little ways to
Yeah.
help yourself. And that's really, Joel and I are the kind of people that are like, we're doing this because we don't want you to be dependent upon either one of us or a practitioner. We want you to
Right.
understand you are a powerful being.
Everybody has the abilities to do this.
Yes. And it's about understanding it. It's about
Yeah.
experiencing it. It's about just doing it and trusting yourself,
Right.
which isn't always easy. We have to work up to it. It was a process, man.
Especially for me.
She's still working up to it, but she's doing
Oh, yeah.
great. And she's powerful as all get out, even though she doesn't totally trust herself. Like, it's crazy.
I'm getting better,
But
but yeah.
I think it's important for us to know that there isn't just a choice few of us
No.
that can do any of this. Every single one of you can.
Right.
Every one of you can. And intention is huge and important. If you have a bad intention, well, you're building some karma or something, because you're going to do, some bad energy is going to go to somebody. You have to catch it and realize that you are powerful. But, if you just need to clear your energy, you are capable of doing so. I don't think there's a wrong way, really.
No. And I
And as
mean,
they
you
just
can
said,
even just call in angels if you don't trust yourself to do it, or your team. And
sometimes I just call the universe. Whoever's
yeah.
the universe wants to help me right now. Like, can we clear this out?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to get the altars and the candles and sage. You don't need all of that. Just simple.
You're welcome to get it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel
Welcome to get it.
better. I mean, yeah, definitely.
I mean, absolutely. We have it. I've got sage.
Yeah.
I've got Palo Santo. I don't really use it. I've got
Yeah.
crystals everywhere. I mean, I buy this stuff because it makes me happy.
Yeah. They're pretty.
And
And
there
they do
are
help with the concentration for me a lot when it comes to setting the intention, so.
yeah. And meditation. Meditation is amazing.
Oh,
Amazing. Am I any good at it? Not really. No. My meditations are just a couple minutes long and me breathing, thinking, waiting for an answer. Like,
yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
terrible.
there's so many different ways to meditate too, though, not just sitting and trying to be quiet. I mean, you freaking if you love plants, messing with your plants. It's anything that brings you joy, painting or singing, dancing,
Sometimes it can just be washing the dishes. Your mind wipes and clears. You're not
right?
thinking about things, and
Yeah.
you can get aha moments.
Yeah. In the
I would
shower.
shower. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. I received so many ways, like the shower,
Yeah.
especially if I'm stuck. So
right.
let's say you feel like, "Gosh, I just don't feel super connected, and I feel like I
Yeah,
have questions and I can't get any answers," and you get in the shower and you're like, "Oh,"
right.
or you start driving down the road with your music blaring, "Oh," like,
Yeah,
they
now
just kind
the
of come
car's a good
in.
another one for me too, because that's where my mind just kinda wanders,
Yeah.
clears out, yeah,
Yeah, Christine loves crystals.
yeah.
She's got
Can't
some
wait a few more weeks and the
cool
gym
crystals.
show comes, and I'm gonna have all new crystals.
Yay, yay.
I'm setting the intention, I'm bringing home that amethyst cathedral they got in the raffle.
Ooh. Oh,
I'm setting that intention now,
oh,
that's
well,
mine.
we will all put some energy towards that. She's got some really beautiful things.
Oh,
I tell
that's
you.
so pretty.
I asked her the last time I went to her house, and I was like, "So, how many people can't sit in your house?"
Right,
She's all, "Quite a bit." The vibration in our house is super high because I mean, they're big. They're
right,
everywhere, and it's beautiful, and I'm like, "Oh, so good in here," and
yeah,
I was just like, "How many people can't stay in your house?" It's not like the average person can't handle that kind of energy.
yeah.
She's like, "A lot." That's funny.
See, that's my goal.
She's like, "I'm gonna fill my house with crystals then." So funny. Why do we not like to people? I don't know. I like to people once I get there. I don't like getting there.
Yeah,
Like, I don't like getting myself out and, you know, but I
I'm
love
lazy. I
interacting
wanna
with
stay
people.
home, I'm lazy. It's like
Yeah, but I did. I know. Poor Christine, I'm always like, "What about this?" And she's like, "Oh my god, never thought of that." Oh, so funny. Entertain outside, honey. Outside.
right.
That'll do it. Oh my goodness. So, I don't know. We're just here to say it's not hard. It
No,
doesn't have to be complicated.
no.
Call your guides, ask them to clear, call Archangel Michael,
Mhm.
call whoever's most appropriate, and ask them to bring your energy back to its natural state, and maybe ask them to raise your vibration a little.
Right,
If you're having a hard time, I did do that. I asked
yeah,
Michael one time recently because I was feeling like depressed, and I was like, I am never going to get, like I just,
right.
and I think it was Rachel. She was like, why don't you just ask Michael to come raise your vibration? And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. So you can ask, you will receive. The
right.
key, I think, there is knowing you're receiving. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter if you can feel it or not, because you don't always. It's knowing I asked for it.
you're gonna
It's
get it.
done. It is done. And when you catch yourself going, "Gosh, I hope I don't have that energy still," you go, "No, I don't, because I already asked them to clear it,
That's
and I'm asking them to keep it clear." Right?
right.
So, we have to kind of catch,
And I'm
um
bad at that because you keep telling me, "Don't do that."
I
So,
know. Poor
yeah.
Joelle. Joelle's like, "Why am I friends with this woman?" I'm like, "Will you stop giving it energy?" When she talked about the storm recently, and I'm like, "Will you stop it? It's just
Well,
everything is coming right here, and it's gonna be big." And I said, "Stop it."
I wasn't worried about damage, I was just worried about because of the satellite internet, and it just
I know. I'm like, "Stop manifesting." She's
it's
like,
like, "Oh my."
"I'm
I
surprised
mean,
she
it
didn't tell
stayed,
me
like,
to."
out in the Gulf mainly, the lower part of the state. It didn't come in to
Yeah,
us
you're
too
really
bad,
stable
so
today. I mean, I've seen you freeze just for a second here and there,
yeah,
but it's pretty stable. But yeah, that is something that if we this is one of the reasons, like, I'll clear something from someone, and I won't they'll wanna know what was it. I
yeah.
I
Oh,
I'm not even finding out what it is. It doesn't
yeah,
belong there. I cleared it. Because if you think too hard about what was it? What was it? Well, if you get that going, an identical one is gonna show up.
right.
Because here you are tuning into it. So, as I was saying, like, when you're watching TV or whatever, if you tune into it, you're pulling it in. You're connecting your energy to it, and you want to stop doing that. So, if you're curious about what it was so much that you're really thinking about it, you are now tuning into anything nearby that's similar.
Right.
And then it's like, "Oh, hi. Yeah, I'll come on over.
"I'm here. You miss me? I'm back."
Oh, yeah, I can take his place. I got this." It's so true though, and I'm guilt
Yeah,
I'm not now, but I've been guilty of that. Had a really hard time in the beginning because I wanted to understand,
right.
and That's just not, it's not,
Yeah.
forget about it. It's all gone.
Yeah. That's what I do a lot of stuff with my pendulums. Do I need to know? No.
Mm,
Okay.
mm-mm.
Do I
Yeah.
need to understand it to clear it? Nope. Okay. You're good.
No, I always just immediately try to clear. And
Yeah.
if it doesn't go away, then I go, oh, I got to understand this, don't I? I don't want to know ahead of time. I'm just like, oh, let's just get rid of it. I can clear it, and then it's back, and I'm like, oh crap, I got to
Yeah.
understand this, don't I? They're like, yeah, yeah. So maybe Shauna, you need to channel your guides. Oh, I have to do that. I'm one of the worst, frankly. Unless somebody
Yeah.
else needs something, then I'm like hot on it.
Funny.
Anyhow, now we're just talking to talk. I hope this was somewhat helpful. It feels
Yeah.
very disorganized, so hopefully it doesn't feel as disorganized to you guys.
I think it was.
And hopefully there's some good info in there,
Oh,
um,
definitely. Yes.
that will be helpful.
Yeah.
And, if you need anything, Joe and I both offer energy work and different stuff. So she's celestialwhispershealing.com for Joelle. I am divinetruthhealing.com for me. You could probably message either one of us on like Facebook or whatever. Leave a comment.
I
Tell
was
us
gonna say,
content
even
whatever.
comment on here, and
Yeah.
but Shauna's angel pods are amazing. Just putting that out there.
And I have I do have angelic healing pods. That's what they made me call them.
Yeah.
And it's really just a energy for you, and they are specific to what you need. So you let me know what it is you're having going on or whatever. And then I set that up to run overnight. So I usually bring in extra rest and things like that, and then whatever we want to clear or work on or heal, right? So we can start a healing process with that as well. And I'm working on parasite
Can't wait
stuff
for that.
too. I do offer the energetic parasite with
Yeah.
that, and I'm offering two for 55. So instead of just one, because I like to do a follow up. So
Right.
I decided I'm just going to add a second one in there, So yeah. So if you're interested in anything like that, Joelle's got all types of sessions that she offers
Yeah.
um, as well.
Inner child healing, releasing religious trauma,
Yeah.
animals,
Animals. Yeah, we both have pet clearings and that.
and then the life, to help people with their transition. So
Yes, I have done this for Christine.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you need help, if you feel like, something's coming through and you're not, getting anywhere with it, you can always hit me up and we'll see what kind of, probably just a mini energy session would work too.
Yeah.
Um, and just be like, I need this assistance. And they'll usually last about a week if I put bubbles up.
Yeah.
So typically. So anyhow.
Excuse me. They
Yeah.
still got me yawning.
Yeah.
They've really been working on me during this because while you were channeling, I had to mute because I'm sneezing, I'm coughing.
I felt like he was yelling while I was channeling Michael. I felt like he was being really loud. I don't know if
Yeah.
he was.
No, not really, but yeah.
He was a little forceful in some way. Anyhow, so yeah,
Oh yes, definitely the best sleep ever in the
they're really
pods.
great. They're really great, and I don't advertise any of this specifically enough, so nobody really realizes it's there. But they're really kind of cool. I mean, I will say I run them for myself often. They're
Very
great.
cool.
And they're non-invasive. So, you pay for it, you tell me what's going
Right.
on, and I run it that night. And then probably a week later, maybe less, depending on what the guidance is on it, I'll run the second one. So,
Yeah.
hey, you're
Oh,
welcome, Maribel.
thank you for watching.
Hello, Maribel. Okay, we're going to go.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. It is Friday.
Everybody.
And we appreciate you being here at all and or watching replay. So, and just so you know, it's all protected. We do that ahead of time. So even on replay, you get full protection from
Right.
anything that we're putting out or what have you.
Right.
Okay. So, all right. I send love out to y'all and thank you.
Thanks. Bye.